Hey guys, Leah Michelle Resistance Chicks coming at you February 22nd, 2017. This is segment number 3 on our coverage of Milo Yiannopoulos. We want you to watch segments 1 and 2 first so that all of this makes sense and our different views and stuff like that, because just jumping right in, it might be a little bit discombobulated. So we will have at the end of this video all the links to each
there
one.
was an interview with Milo with Joe Rogan in which he describes himself as, if he could change, he wouldn't be homosexual. And somebody asks him to kind of clarify or go over it, and he does here. And I'm going to let him in his own words.
Yeah.
You said in the conversation with Joe Rogan that you would choose not to be gay if you could, and that everyone should. Can you expand on why this is and answer whether or not you think others can choose their orientation?
So the gay lobby started a big lie in the 80s. Now, the religious right was saying that homosexuality was a sinful lifestyle choice. It was an immoral way to behave, an immoral set of decisions that you were making. It was based on Christian doctrine that, you hate the sin, not the sinner, right? So you can love this person, but what they do is not making God happy. So Christians would say homosexuality is a sinful lifestyle choice. The gay lobby were kind of stumped by this because, of course, according to Christians' own set of values, yeah, it is. There's not much, no way you can go from that, really. So what they did is they kind of came up with this gay gene thing. It's like, wait a minute. What if we're like black people? What if we were born this way, and we've got no way to change it? That would make everybody who doesn't like us into the most massive bigots. Let's go with that. So they invented Born This Way, which is now a cultural trope, even in, a couple of years ago in Lady Gaga's songs. But it's a lie, it's not true. The science suggests that it's a mixture of nature and nurture. Steven Pinker thinks it's mostly nurture. In my own experience, it's certainly mostly nurture. I think when I said on the show, if I could choose not to be gay, I probably would, I meant it because it's more difficult being homosexual. I mean, I get a lot of mileage out of it, but I'd quite like to have kids, and I'm not sure that I want to bring kids up in a gay household because so much of sexual orientation is nurture. I don't want to be responsible for, for him or her not having the best possible, easiest life. I mean, if we could choose, we would all have our children, heterosexual, if only to give them a happier, better chance in life, a better start, to spare them pain. For myself, like I said, I'm kind of stuck in the rut now. I try it once a year, just to make sure that I still don't like it. I find a willing volunteer, and it's never much fun. I get bored after 10 minutes. I think, no. I probably would have changed it. If I could take a pill and change it overnight, maybe, probably not now, because it would be professionally disastrous. I have to wait a few years. What I do want to do though? I do want to do that pray the gay away therapy, just to see if it works. Because lots of people say it works, and lots of people say it doesn't work. And people say it doesn't work, it's always bigoted, hateful, religious, nonsense. But there are just as many people who you will never hear about because the media doesn't want to report on them, who say, yeah, transform my life. I've got a wife and I've got kids and I'm happy now and I wasn't before. There are all kinds of explanations that the left will come up with as you've just internalized bigotry or whatever. But I'd quite like to try it and see.
So I want to give, if Milo was watching this, and dear God, I hope you are, okay, there are, the pray the gay away, I don't like the way that sounds, okay, but if you're serious, if you're really serious, we know, personally, we have a ministry down in Kentucky. It's called Pure Life Ministries, and it's not just for homosexuality. They don't focus on pray the gay away. That's not it at all. It's a program for all kinds of sexual addiction, like adultery, pornography, you name it, whatever, where you're just, I don't want to be this way anymore, and I want God to change my life. We know somebody that's gone to the program, and
we know several. I don't think I have enough hands for the young men that I know who have had homosexual tendencies and feelings who are now straight. Now here's the thing.
Right.
There's the nature and then there's the nurture. And I don't want to I'm not going to talk to those of you who think that you were born this way. Okay? But there are people who recognize, okay, I was 8
molested.
or 9 or 10 and I was molested. Now, we worked with kids who were on drugs, and so many of them, and I don't want to say all because I don't want to paint a picture that might look different than the reality, but so many of them had been molested, and that was the way that they dealt with it. They were molested by other boys or men or as a teenager.
Right.
And so that led them to do drugs because
Right.
it messed with their minds because they were born cisgender. Okay? But then they had these feelings that came out because somebody stirred them up.
Right.
Now this Pure Life program can help with that.
Right.
And
It's one of many, but it's one that we know, that's amazing.
there's some of you don't want to hear this, you don't want to go down this path, and that's fine. Just stop the video right now. We don't want to offend anybody.
Exactly, but there are a lot of people out there that actually want help. And like Milo said, there's a lot of people that are going to accuse them of just, regressing or digressing. What's the word?
Whatever.
Suppressing.
Yeah.
I knew it was an S-ing. Suppressing their feelings and all this stuff.
Peanut Gallery just said, whether it's overeating or it's alcoholism or something, the basic answer is figure out what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do. Get alone with God.
Exactly.
And ask Him to talk to you, and the Holy Spirit will talk to you. And there could be issues. Obviously, Milo still has issues to deal with and to
And
heal
he
through.
admits it.
And he says in the interview with Seth Rogan, Joe Rogan, he's like, I want to be a better person. Don't you want to be a better person? Religion makes me a better person. I keep searching for that next.
Right.
And
Joe Rogan does not want to be a better person.
he thinks he's awesome.
He does.
So now that we've probably officially offended everyone, or not, if you're with us, that's great. We have one more on where Milo talks about abortion. I think it's a really good segment.
Okay, this is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it's not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring that bell for notifications so you get an email every time we put out a new video, and find us on Facebook where we can interact with you guys there on a daily basis. We'll be back in 1 minute with our final fourth segment on Milo Yiannopoulos. This is kind of a big deal for those of us that are on the Resistance camp. This is one of our own who's being persecuted, and we want to show you the side of him that actually is in line with Christian beliefs, and that's why we're bringing this to you, this Milo marathon.
I was cold all alone, no place for